So this morning, I was talking to my sister, and I was telling her that I want to stop some of my volunteer activities in order to give myself some more alone time and time to think and time to write. And she called me an isolationist. And then a few weeks ago, I was talking to a friend and telling her that I felt like I hadn't had any quality time by myself. And she said, "You're alone all the time. You live by yourself." And I had to explain to her that there's a real difference between getting home from work at 7 o'clock and having a couple of hours before you go to bed where you're trying to eat dinner, maybe uh, do some reading, just trying to unwind from the day, as opposed to having a whole day where you can just be alone with yourself and with your thoughts. And I was thinking about this morning and realized that I've been having this conversation pretty much since 1996 when I realized that I was going to be a writer, that it's hard to explain to people um, that you really do need solitude and not just alone time where you're trying to de-stress from your day job or um, you you're watching TV because there's nothing really else you can do before you go to bed. But a real stretch of time alone to just think, to just make connections, to just get in touch with your subconscious. And it doesn't mean that you need a chunk of time always to write. I mean, I've definitely written in the cracks when I worked at JP Morgan. I'd write between phone calls on temp jobs. I definitely will scribble poems on the way to work or on Metro or wherever. But there needs to be time set aside just to even have your thoughts swirl around and for patterns to become clear and connections to be made so that you can even take advantage of those times that you have to write. So, anyway, that's just what I'm thinking about today. One, how frustrating it can be to make that time. And, I'm a single woman trying to do this. I really don't understand how writers with families and kids, husbands, wives do this. Although I want that too, I know that's going to be tough. And also just thinking about how hard it is to explain to people, I think, when you're an artist, um, that part of the artistic process that isn't just about putting pen to paper or paint to canvas or going through the dance steps or whatever it is. So, those are my thoughts. Have a great evening, everyone. Boy, it just sounded like a PR person just now. Have a great evening, everyone.